there she is, the plate. That's some ugly weld, but doesn't matter as long as it holds. One thing is that this cap is very soft, so I actually started melting. But I got some weld on it, kind of holding its, structural integrity or something like that. It did kind of tighten up the bearing also, but I'm hoping that the motor can at least spin it. But this is my last attempt to kind of try to repair this. Seems to be holding pretty well. Now just gotta put it back on the motor and then see if the gear motor is able to spin this. So I finally got it all together. Pretty much got it all screwed together. Now this plate is now mounted on with this motor, so this guy is not going to go anywhere. Things kind of melted, so I had to do a little adjustment. Basically had to do a lot of filing down to kind of get it to fit the top again, but it is now in. And now basically this guy just kind of goes in like this. So we got this gear, we got this spindle, and this guy, which already has the mount, is just gonna go in there like so, just like that. I gotta mess around with it to kind of get this hex to fit in here, but this should be looking good. Probably go ahead and hook a 12 volt to this, then test it to make sure that it's actually spinning. So let's go test it out. All right, got a 12 volt battery right here. Gonna hook it up to the motor to make sure that this guy is spinning. So let's just hook up to test. So I'm gonna do one on each end. There we go, we got the motor spinning. So it looks like we're still good. See if it spins the other way. Yep, it spins the other way too. Awesome. There we go. Plate is welded onto the base of the motor. The motor still looks good. There's a lot of gears. There's about 3 layers of gears in here, so kind of pulling this apart and putting it back together is probably not for the faint of heart. There's a lot of small gears and also basically 3 layers of them throughout this. So this is basically what they call a planet geared motor. So there's like this motor, and then there's a whole bunch of gears in here that probably translates the revolutions to a different gear size or something. But I am going to now put this back into the steering box and pray that it works. Let's go do that. Got it all screwed in. So it's looking all good. It's feeling pretty sturdy. Hopefully this will hold. Not sure how long it'll hold for, but it's kind of better than getting a new one right now. It's kind of frustrating that to get a new steering box for the 96-inch trolling motor or 96-inch shaft 36 volt trolling motor that I have is $460 just for a new steering box. And but the frustrating part is that there's only three components. There's the spindle, there's a gear in the bottom, and this motor. And this motor is a $30 motor from China. I was able to find the exact same motor for $30 that you could probably get from China. Same type, same serial number and everything. But I'm going to redo all the wirings and all the stuff, and put back the control box or the steering box together. So hopefully everything's going to be all good. I'm going to be using these guys for uh, connecting some of the wires together. What these guys are just some heat shrink tube, and in the middle you can kind of see that ring. That's actually a piece of solder. So what you do is you put the two wires in here, you heat it up, and the solder melts and it actually connects both of the wires together. And here's the example that I did for the outside of the control box. You can see here's all the heat shrink tube, and basically the metal, the solder ring melts and connects these wires together. So now it's pretty much waterproof and you get a good connection. So just got to redo this guy, which this guy was the one that was connected to the motor and then kind of spun. So I'm going to splice this, probably extend it a little bit because it might be a little bit too short now, and then connect using these guys. And there we go. Got these two connected up, extended up, and I found the blue and the green wire. Apparently these two wires are not used for anything, so I'm just extending the red and black one, which will be going to solder back to the motor, and after that I can put back the steering box together and then see what we got. Making some progress. Got it all back together. Steering box, just taped up the wire a little bit, the cables, so this guy's good. Now I'm gonna be putting it back on this guy, and we're gonna try to put everything back together and try it out. So she's all together now. We've got the steering box all hooked back up, the base pretty much all set, the shaft back on, and all connected here with the MCB and everything. So now it's just time to try it out. Turning on the battery. Ooh, we got beeps. Oh no. Alright, we got 2 green lights and we got GPS. Let's try it out. Barely. Alright, moment of truth, left and right. No. Nothing. No boy, no. Got GPS. Dang it. So my attempt to fix this pretty much failed when I put it back together and tried to turn the motor. It just broke right off. The welds really didn't hold. But after that, I decided to call Rhodan and found out that the trolling motor was still under warranty. So I got some new parts. They sent me a brand new steering box plus a brand new HCB. This is like the high current control board or something. So I've got a new MCB, a new HCB, and a new control box. And I'm going to be replacing all those components, and hopefully she comes back to life. Alright, so I've got new steering box, new HCB, And new MCB. Time to turn her on and see and hope for the best. I've got all 3 green lights. And turn. Gas steering for manual mode. So propulsion. Backwards. Let's try anchor. Yes, baby.